Tonight on CTV News, traffic chaos. What are the worst streets in Canterbury? Happy days in Christchurch as the buskers put a smile on the faces of residents. And petrol head heaven, a busy weekend ahead in Rangiora.
Broadcasting across Canterbury from the CTV studio, this is First at 5.
Good evening. As we go to air tonight, police are hunting two attackers following an aggravated robbery of an Ashburton man. The incident happened yesterday morning just after 9. Police say the victim parked his blue and silver Toyota Hilux truck at the Ashburton River parking area at the end of Trevor's Road when he was approached by two Polynesian men who asked him for a smoke. Now, one man is reported to have hit him in the face, knocking him to the ground and then kicking him in the ribs and stomping on him. The two men took $700 in cash from the victim's wallet, which was in the truck. They were last seen heading towards the Ashburton River Bridge, then along the Ashburton River Track. Police say the Ashburton River Track is popular and police want to hear from anyone who was in the area at the time of the assault. One of the offenders is described as Polynesian, in his mid-20s, average length scruffy hair, approximately 6 feet tall, of solid build. Now, he was wearing a dark hoodie, shorts and jandals. The other man was also Polynesian, of similar age, skinny build, wearing a red t-shirt and green hat. Now, anybody with information regarding this attack is asked to contact police as soon as possible. To the day's other news, well, maybe there's no surprise with recent estimates showing traffic congestion in Christchurch increasing by 40% since the earthquakes. But just what are the busiest streets?
Peak hour traffic is causing trouble for commuters, but new data collecting technology may be able to help. CTV, Christchurch's Transport Operations Centre, is using mobile phones to record traffic movements in and around the city, anonymously tapping into Bluetooth on drivers' phones.
So the Bluetooth units pick up signatures from cell phones, from hands-free devices and from within cars with built-in Bluetooth. They use that signature and a timestamp to understand how fast vehicles are travelling between two locations. It's all done anonymously, it's all coded up so that it's kept nice and safe. The
data was collected last year in July, but found there were pockets of major congestion in parts of the city.
Brougham Street, we had Blenheim Road, and it was a little bit of Fitzgerald Ave were showing up as being the worst congested in the AM and PM peaks.
Using Bluetooth is a method usually used to help provide information for radio and TV traffic updates.
But it's also been used to be able to look at how things are changing over time. So when we have roadworks on the network, what's the impacts of the roadwork when there's a crash, etc., and we've been able to generate some really useful information about the effects of those. But of course the other thing is what happens on day-by-day basis, so what we call recurrent congestion. So is that getting worse, is it getting better, where's the worst parts of the network?
Now CTV is using the data to find long-term planning solutions to help ease traffic congestion around the city.
Of course, we all experience congestion, but if we're to focus our time and efforts, where do we best focus our time and efforts?
The New Zealand Transport Agency has plans in place to help ease congestion on roads of significance over the next 6 years. CTV is hoping this new method will also help and continue to be used in the future.
Our intent is to build our capability and to be able to continuously do this. We're just working through the practicalities of doing that at the moment.
It's the first time anything of this kind has been trialled in the city. If given the green light, travellers may find being stuck bumper to bumper at the traffic lights is a thing of the past. Emma Cropper, CTV News.
New Zealand families could be spending more than $500,000 on their children's education, but is private schooling really worth the money? Marcus Gibbs speaks to Canterburyans to gauge their thoughts.
More than $500,000. That's a hefty price to pay for your children to have a good education. But how good is private schooling compared to the conventional, cheaper public system? Is it worth the cost?
No, I don't think it is.
No. Yes, I do.
No, I don't think so.
The new ASG Planning for Education Index survey suggests that it will cost $323,000 to send a child born this year through private schooling. And is spending up large on the private schooling worth it in the end?
Our school system is really awesome and we don't need to pay lots and lots of money for it.
I don't think it is. I don't think the education's any better at a private school than mainstream or anywhere else.
I went to private school myself, so in the long run I suppose hasn't done me any harm.
No, I think it's fine. If they can afford it, then education's really important for the children.
Ross has spent more than $400,000 sending his 4 daughters to an all-girls private school.
They get a better quality, I think, of service from the school and from the teachers.
Do you think they get a better head start than other children who might go to a normal public school?
Yeah, well, mine went to like an all-girls school, so I think they were more focused in doing the education. The boys weren't distracting or whatever, and as I say, because it's a private school, I think the teacher or the quality of the teachers is a bit of a higher calibre.
However, other people weren't so convinced that private schools were the way to go.
Because you can just get a good education at public schools as well.
I just can't see it being worth it. I mean, I've gone to Unlimited where the school donations are $200, I think, per year, and other than that, the school basically pays for everything else. And I just loved it. I wouldn't have picked a private school over that at all.
At the end of the day, is the education any better if you go private when compared to the public system? Chantal says her private school prepared her for the real world. She says she's going to have a successful career because of it.
I've studied chefing now, and then I'm now about to study logistics and supply chain management.
However, she still thinks going private is expensive and not for everyone.
They are overpriced. Like, I went to boarding school, so they're extremely overpriced. I went to one of the cheapest, and it still costs like over $20,000 for the year.
So maybe it's better to take the cheaper public system, but that's still estimated to cost parents nearly $40,000 over 13 years of education. So much for being free, but that's still 40% cheaper than Australia's state system. Finally, some good news. Marcus Gibbs, CTV News.
As dry conditions continue to plague the region, fire bans have been put in place across Canterbury. A total fire ban has been enforced for the Kaikoura region since last week, and from midnight tonight, a total ban also comes into effect for rural South Canterbury. Today, the Ashburton rural area is the latest to enact a total fire ban.
A total fire ban has been ordered by the Ashburton District Council following soaring temperatures, low humidity and an extremely warm summer. The ban is enforced to lower the risks of serious fires in the district, where the high country is dry and the plains even drier than usual. Mid-Canterbury Rural Fire are asking residents to respect the ban to avoid the several blazes lit earlier in the month, where nearly 100 hectares of scrubland caused difficulty for firefighters in early January. With a total fire status in place, Ashburton locals are allowed to continue using gas barbecues, but are urged to be vigilant. The council has prompted locals to mow lawns early in the morning until the ban is lifted. Farmers are also urged to inform their staff, and the fire ban will be in place from midnight tomorrow.
And still to come here on CTV News, we take a look at the last days of the extraordinary famous Buskers Festival here in Christchurch, and children get a belated Christmas present.
Kids Television is right here on CTV. With an exciting range of kids programming, join in on all the fun, Saturdays 7 a.m. to 8:30 a.m. right here on CTV.
I'm selling my home with Gavin Top of Harvey's because I know he'll get me the best possible price. Gavin even guarantees it. His buyer's price declaration guarantee gives me confidence, knowing I'll get the best possible price for my house. I know I can trust him because he listens to what I want to achieve and goes the extra mile to get great results. If you want to get Gavin's highest possible price guarantee like I am, give him a call or take a look at his website and he'll get you sold.
Our new companion package is a personalised service for those that need extra help and support. A cost-effective solution for someone who needs more than just a taxi driver. Our drivers are handpicked from our experienced team and specialise in providing the right support and companionship. Home safe every time with Blue Star Taxis.
Welcome to Caltex Redwood. We're a family-owned business proudly supporting our local community. We're open 24/7 for fuel and shop goods, and we have an amazing team of people ready to help you. Save at least 6 cents per litre using AA Smart Fuel cards. We also offer great value on our LPG bottle fills. We have a full workshop and Bridgestone Tyre Centre. Our mechanics and tyre technicians will get your car sorted. Caltex Redwood. We're just down from St Bede's on Main North Road. Caltex Redwood. What drives you?
Coming up next week on Lynch, Labour's housing spokesperson Phil Twyford will join me. That's Lynched CTV 8:30 on Monday. Welcome back to CTV News. Christchurch police are appealing for witnesses to a crash on Tram Road this morning. A 19-year-old man had to be cut out from his yellow Nissan 300 after it collided with a blue Nissan Tirana around 7 o'clock this morning. Now, the teenager was taken to Christchurch Hospital with minor injuries to his chest, head and legs, while the other driver was uninjured. But police are keen to hear from anyone else who was driving eastbound along Tram Road and may have seen either vehicle prior to the crash. Well, the Christchurch Buskers Festival draws to an end this weekend, but as usual, the annual event pulled a strong crowd. Over the last week, Jared McCulloch was there to look at some of the final acts.
A week of excitement and entertainment for locals as the World Buskers Festival comes to a close. The warm weather has seen large numbers of people in Canterbury enjoying acts from here and around the world, and the manager for this year's event agrees.
It's been going brilliantly. We're into day 9 now. We've had amazing attendance. The shows have been selling out, so it's going incredibly well.
The festival has been held in North Hagley Park, with some of the acts moving to Market Square. Originally, the festival, pre-quake, was held in the central city, but it will take time for the transition to occur.
We're going to find our way back into the city. We're going to try and find the blend between having it here in the park and the mix in the city. So we don't want to lose what's been created over the last 4 years, but we also want to kind of creep things back in. So as the city develops, the business starts happening again, we want to be able to support them and get back in there.
It's the first time Glenn has taken the festival under his wing, putting together a popular event that's been around in Christchurch for years.
It's been really great. I didn't know what it was in its entirety, so now that I'm kind of almost through my first festival, it's an incredible festival, and yeah, it's very special.
Today was no exception. Families gathered to watch this performer getting up on some hot tricks.
Oh, yes! Oh, jeez! I did it! Whoa!
Glenn says the event has run smoothly this year, but there's a few things to work on.
There's lots of learnings, absolutely. We had a new pitch in Market Square this year that we trialled out, and that's been going really fantastically. And again, it's all about what happens with the city, with us opening up back to the city and that. So it's gone really well here in the park. We're not going to move it from the park probably for the next couple of years, and yeah, see how the city develops.
The World Buskers Festival has been amusing crowds for over 20 years, and the same feeling is felt this year too.
Obviously, we have lots of families who come during the day, and it's always wonderful seeing all the children and all the families having a great time. Lots of support. Yeah, no one ever says anything bad about the Buskers Festival. Everyone loves it. It's the best job because I can't go wrong half the time.
And Glenn will be back to do it all again.
Absolutely, yeah. No, I'm definitely doing it again for the next couple of years.
There are a couple of days left, but some of these performers at this festival have an encore show. The Buskers Festival finishes up here in Christchurch on Sunday, but they're not leaving the country though. They'll be heading down to entertain Southland crowds next week. Jared McCulloch, CTV News.
One of the largest Lego projects in the country is one step closer, and today hundreds of Christchurch children received a belated Christmas present. Marcus Gibbs explains.
Thousands of Lego bricks, all different colours, shapes and sizes. It was almost like Christmas at the Imagination Station today in Cathedral Junction, when a shipment ordered 4 months ago finally arrived.
It was quite a lot of it. It was exciting.
Bit of a free-for-all, it's awesome. The kids love it.
That was fun to Because I like building Lego.
Definitely very exciting. We're going to have to do a lot of sorting to make sure there's space for it all, because there's a heck of a lot of it.
The Imagination Station was set up at the end of last year. The aim is to spark creativity amongst the children. There are no manuals here. You imagine it and you create it.
Well, I just think it's amazing that this is available for kids to just look at them.
Now that we're open, there's a lot more people starting to come in, and we offer classes which are all going really well.
This massive delivery means the children not only have Lego to play with, but Duplo too.
It's just great for the younger kids, and so we get a lot of families come in here. We've got kids a range of ages, and so the younger kids can go there and the parents can make sure they're not choking on all the Lego.
Providing hours of fun for children of all ages, including a few parents and grandparents who joined in on the action.
I'm just collecting flowers because I like them while I wait for the kids to finish what they're doing.
I started with that piece, and then I thought that looks like they go together. And then I found some wheels, and then I couldn't make them stick together. And I had to do a whole lot of bracing and things so that they no longer fall apart.
But the main thing is it works.
It works.
This huge pile of Lego is only a preview of what's to come. At the back of the shop, another 24 boxes are stacked up, ready to be opened for the children to go wild. This lot can't get enough, so why is Lego so great?
Well, because you can build anything you want, really.
This skyscraper is on its way to the ceiling. Maybe once it's finished it will compete with this tower, built a few weeks ago. This Lego team plans to hold regular building competitions, so come down and play. Marcus Gibbs, CTV News.
And still to come here on CTV News, the weekend sports preview and the region's weather.
The mission statement of Red and Black Sport is always to bring a voice to achievers in sport, be it Canterbury, New Zealand or internationally. We'll continue to do that here on CTV with Red and Black Sport. Don't miss it every week.
Love music? Love summer? Then Ingham Lazy Sundays in the beautiful Botanic Gardens archery lawn is just the thing to get you enjoying the outdoors this summer. Every Sunday through January and February, and it's all free. So take time to recharge with family and friends, relaxing and listening to some great music from top musicians. View the lineup at summertimes.co.nz today. Ingham Lazy Sundays, putting summer into your Sundays.
Avoid the monkeys when it comes to relocating. Trust A1 Movers, a family business since 1993 that guarantees a professional job every time. We carefully handle and wrap your valued items, ensuring they have a safe journey. Secure storage and insurance options are also available.
A1 Movers, the careful, caring moving company. Oi!
We all know the best thing you can do for your body is eat fresh foods in their natural state. The same applies to your skincare. Southern Skin provides a skincare range with fresh, locally sourced ingredients, plus natural preservatives and emulsifiers to produce the best nourishment for your skin to unleash your healthiest complexion. New Zealand olive and aloe skincare for young or old, men, women and children. There is a product in the Southern Skin range for you. southernskin.co.nz.
Southern Newsweek is an Otago-based news bulletin. Watch this every week to stay in touch with what's happening in and around your community. Stay in the know with Southern Newsweek, 11 a.m. Saturdays, right here on CTV.
Welcome back to CTV News. Well, car enthusiasts will converge on Rangiora this weekend for what's been described as the town's best attended annual event.
Thousands of car enthusiasts and rev heads are expected to hit Rangiora Showgrounds this weekend as the Muscle Car Madness comes to town. Celebrating its 25th year, this annual event is a crowd puller for the town, with more than 1,000 vehicles on display, including hot rods, American classics and all manner of restorations. New Zealand's top caravan and even a model vintage town will be on display, and exhibitors will get a chance to husk their cars up on a burnout pad. However, the organisers are making it clear that they want everyone to respect each other and show civilised behaviour. Some previous exhibitors and attendees have been blacklisted this year for bucking the rules in previous events. Muscle Car Madness will run both days this weekend from 10 a.m. to 5 at night.
And don't forget, for any stories relating to CTV News, or if you think that we need to be following a story, you can always email our newsroom, news@ctv.co.nz. Well, here's Gorella Lena with your weekend sports preview.
Rangiora's Main Power Oval will be the venue for Sunday's women's one-day domestic cricket final, with our very own Canterbury Magicians looking to grab the title when they take on the Auckland Hearts. The Magicians earned home advantage, having dominated the competition to date, with top run scorer Amy Satterthwaite and leading wicket taker Frances McKay leading the charge. The side will be looking for a repeat of the 2013 final, which saw them defeat the Heart in their own backyard. Sunday's final gets underway at 10:30. Still with cricket, and the weather gods did not favour the Canterbury men's side in their bid to sneak into a top 4 playoff spot on Wednesday. Needing a win against Otago and Rangiora for a chance of progressing to the finals, the summer's balmy weather turned sour on the game, with Otago batting halfway through the first innings. With Northern Districts grabbing the narrowest of victories in Auckland, Canterbury's fate was sealed, missing out on a top 4 spot. The side will now turn their attention to the 4-day Plunket Shield competition, which restarts early next month. The Crusaders' preparation for the upcoming Super Rugby season enters the next phase this weekend, when the side take on the Highlanders in their first pre-season hit-out in Timaru tomorrow. The match will be played in 4 quarters, with rolling subs allowing coach Todd Blackadder to try out a number of different combinations. The 32-man side for tomorrow's match includes a number of wider training squad and academy players looking to stake their claim for a place in the squad come February 13. Team members involved in the recent All Blacks Northern Hemisphere tour are due to return to training on Monday and will likely feature in the team's last pre-season hit-out against the Reds on February 6th. Tomorrow's match at Alpine Energy Stadium in Timaru kicks off at 2:30. And finally tonight, Ruapuna Speedway is the destination for the South Island TQ and Midget South Island Championships taking place tomorrow night. A lineup of close to 30 entries in the TQs and 15 in the midgets is sure to make for exciting competition as the mainland's top drivers battle for the top honour. You're up to date with the latest in local sport. I'm Gordon Finlater for CTV Sport.
And still with sport, it's set to be a record year for the Crusaders, entertaining their 20th Crusade in Super Rugby tournaments. More than 4,000 tickets have been sold for the season, well up on last year's numbers. Crusaders head coach Todd Blackadder says the team is itching to get the 20th Crusade underway and is determined to make the 2015 season a special one. The team will play the opening match of the tournament here in Canterbury when they take on the Rebels at AMI Stadium on the 13th of February. And now let's have a look at the region's weather forecast.
Good evening, Canterbury. Time now for your weather. Timaru, it was a warm 23 degrees today. Temuka and Geraldine, slightly warmer, 25. Ashburton and Methven, you are sitting on 22 today. Rakaya also 22 degrees. Darfield, Leeston and Rolleston, all of you hit 22 today. Moving along to Lincoln, it was 22 for you. Christchurch slightly cooler on 21. Over to Akaroa, it was a nice 22 for you today. Moving up the region, Kaiapoi, Rangiora and Amberley, you all shared the same high today, 22 degrees. Chevy at Hamner Springs and Culverden, you all hit the region's high of 25 today. Kaikoura, it was a cool 21 for you. Looking at tomorrow's weather, Timaru, you have a fine and sunny day ahead of you with northerlies and warm temperatures. Tonight's low 11, tomorrow 28 degrees. Ashburton, it's getting very warm tomorrow, sunshine and a light northeasterly breeze. 9 is your low, 29 is your high. Let's take a look at Christchurch now. Breezy northeasterlies expected and sunny skies make for a great Saturday. Tonight's low 11, your high 27 degrees. And further north, Kaikoura, fine and sunny with northeasterly winds, warm temperatures for you. Tonight's low is 9, 27 is your high. And in the other areas around the region, Temuka and Geraldine, it's going to be a warm one for you, fine and sunny, 30 degrees. Methven and Rakaya, fine all day for you, both sharing a high of 28 degrees. Darfield, Leeston, Rolleston and Lincoln, you'll all be enjoying the fine weather together, fine for you, 28's your high. Over in Akaroa, it's hot and sunny for you, 27 degrees. Further north in Kaiapoi, Rangiora and Amberley, it's looking great for you, fine weather, 28 degrees. Culverden, Hamner Springs and Cheviot, you're looking at getting the region's high. It'll be warm, fine weather, 30 degrees. Looking ahead for Canterbury, it's mostly fine and sunny on Sunday and Monday, with patches of high cloud at times. There'll be moderate northeasterly winds prevailing, and it may be breezy in the afternoons. There's a risk of fog early on Tuesday, then it'll become mostly fine with high cloud and a period of southwesterly winds. Northeast winds will be returning on Wednesday with cloud increasing during the day. It'll be quite mild and humid with a risk of foggy patches in the morning and evening. By the end of the week there'll be some drizzle or light rain expected at times and moderate northeasterly winds. And that is your weather for Friday. From the weather team, have a great weekend.
Thank you, Jared. Now, to keep up to date with breaking stories or emergency news, you can always check out my Facebook page. Go to Facebook and it's facebook.com/LynchInNZ and post some comments there if you like. Always keen to get your feedback. And that is CTV News for Friday. You have a safe and happy weekend.
Supporting local content so you can see more of New Zealand on air.